Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, happy Sunday. And yeah, welcome to Disco Elysium. Heck Nobu, Chester, I don't know what you've managed to do, but thank you for introducing to me the character of Lord Hamsworth. Shadow Mage, also you. Stitch, hello. Enjoy your lurk, Summer. Board games are great, so I completely support you. Chester, thank you for starting stream off with a joke funnier than any joke I've ever made. So, you know, that's always a good one. Stitch, I hope you can be more Poro happy in the future. I know there isn't a Poro happy emote, and I know you mostly use Poro sad just because you think it's funny, because it's a great emote. But I hope you can be Poro happy. Well, Chester, I learned it from you. Hello, Zach. Indeed, Nabisco Disco. But yeah, we're gonna get started in just a moment. So, fun fact. Last week, for a while during my playthrough, I entirely forgot that I was pantsless the whole time. And I do think it completely changes the interaction where I walk up to an old lady, ask if I can stay in her house, and she, without hesitation, says yes. You know, I think it matters. Zach, that sounds so good. I'm excited for you and your chocolate cookie ways. But yeah, last stream.
A pig, so cute.
Also you, Sabs, thank you. Hello. Lumtaint Love. Oh, Zach, I'm sorry, now you have to change your username. It has been decided. You are now Lumtaint Zach. Oh, Stitch. Stitch, my friend, this is going to be an awful time for you. Zach, why? I like this butt spot. But yes. Last time, we spent most of the stream actually going back and forth between Classia and the Hardy Boys and discovering the true story of what happened. And it's very interesting. Basically, their claim of sexual assault was completely fabricated. Everything that happened between them was consensual. The guy who died while they were having sex. And then the 8th Hardy Boy, the lady driver, is the one who organized the whole thing to have him hanged, which essentially covered up the murder. Yeah, which part do you taint, Sabs? It's very important to know that. But Sabs, Buttspot clearly loves you. Buttspot goes to so much effort to show that it loves you. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the game now. Oh, and we immediately have a thought. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Children.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Hey, where's your mom?
The kids don't reply, absorbed in their little game.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
Him. Okay, option 3 generally isn't the truth, in my case. Because if kids are stupid, I'm more so. I am, yes.
Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Bye, kids. Take care. Can't believe Kim said that to me. Just because he's right doesn't mean he had to say it. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy though. Looking through their window. The flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. I don't know what's gone wrong with my... I don't know what's gone wrong with my comment box. It feels safe and warm in here, not like outside. The reason I say that is because quotes and things are not showing correctly in my comment box anymore. They're showing as, like, HTML codes. So I might need to figure that out. Yeah, exactly that, Chester. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Hello, child.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity. Okay, everyone's experiencing it? Good to know. Thank you, Chester.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. That you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
That seems likely.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
She lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last 2 words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone has conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
I'm sure it's much better than you think, child. Where are your parents?
My mom's outside. And I don't really know about my dad.
She gives you a bright smile like it's a good thing. I've got to say, in spite of everything, she seems well taken care of. Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
That sucks.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
Look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
Okay, that was incredibly cute. Oh my lord. What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Yes, I did almost certainly break it. Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure, just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
It does look angry. What's that thing you're holding? Point at her toy.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Okay, well, pleased to meet you, Lammy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
I suspect, have roughly the same intellectual capacity, so, you know, we'll probably be good friends.
Bye!
Obtain burb. Burb get. This is a very good day, everybody. I found a bird. I forgot about this lady here. She's the best. What are these doing in the fish? What are they? They look very much like fish. Oh, the boots. Cavalry boots, which make me better at perception. You know that thing that happens.
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. Oh, she's not messing around.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
That's actually quite cool that no one knows what it was originally called. I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker.
She
I think
gestures
I had
towards
time
the
for
fish net.
questions, and that was actually the second one.
That is actually true.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Does it come with the story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Stitch! Look how cute you are. Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It would.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It's imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
I'm just gonna say it. I would be intimidated if someone came up to me with a sword. I just would. Why do you need intimidation tactics? I suspect the answer is because she's a woman living on her own in a very rough part of town.
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that.
Don't think she's wrong.
That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder.
Should I do a chat? Should I point to the expression? Can I point to the expression on my face? I want to go for option 3, but option 1 starts with the word behold. How can I not go for that? It's the himboest option here. Behold! Oh, that worked so well. I made her laugh. This is wonderful.
Not bad.
Do you like it?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone? Howard, I would never leave anyone.
Good for you.
Oh.
He, however, was lost to the waves.
Oh.
It's been quite a while now.
Oh, chat. The brain roughly the size of a single helium atom that just swims around my skull has failed me. And just as I said, Harry's just gonna say, oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
That is unfortunate.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Hey, baby. How'd you like to meet a drunk with non-sinewy muscles? It's me. I'm the drunk.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
I need help here, chat. Should I say death is nothing? Should I say you should have thrown yourself into the waves after him? Should I say time is the best cure? Or it's healthy to let go and move on? Because I feel like, again, option 1 is the himboist option. It's very powerful. Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death.
I don't. But us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
He glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
She needs to go on a date with another drunk. I have a -7 on this. So I'm not going to ask her out yet. But I might at some point. Looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard about those.
2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Wait, the like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men, burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Yep, it sounds like our lads. Where did they go?
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now. Haha, Zach, there's an alternative. You can stop the temptation by making sure the cookies are no longer in your house by eating all of the cookies.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
I'm not going to get her signature. I refuse. True effort. What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
Well, Zach, so here's the thing. Chester said eating 10 cookies is a respectable amount, so eating 20 cookies must be twice as respectable. If I did my math correctly. So I think you're safe.
Mines. Mines. You need mines.
A mine? The RCM could use a mine. Where is it?
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay, and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Spiky. Must have been a naval contact mine.
So I take it that's your skiff?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Put your hand in the rain.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
It just doesn't look sunny to me.
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff.
Oh.
Bad news for the nets. Bad news for the kids.
Oh. Make the world you want to live in.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think the boat will be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Sounds good.
Waves wash the sand. A skiff moves across the mirror-smooth sea, far away from here. A lone passenger, a fast sloop in the distance. White sails.
Be seeing you. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. That seems dangerous. The planks creak beneath your weight. Chet, they called me fat. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Let me check my new home.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Yeah, sea rusts things.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night.
Fair.
We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
That's exactly what I would
The key
expect.
turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Him, I don't expect you to stay in a shack. You deserve better. You see the waves, the sea, a church. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. Floorboards creak under your step.
Brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Listen,
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
oh. Oh? The way of the taint to Chadness. See, I really don't like the first option. Because sit, drink, and die is not what the new Harry is doing. Let's get slightly melancholy. Looks like this is my new home. Wonder where the old one went.
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant.
Thank you, Strange Sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Excuse me, sir? How would I achieve?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is, without the expression. It's just hairy.
Interesting. I cannot locate the source of the expression. How do I floorboards? Ooh. Fancy logical jacket. Chat, I don't know how to floorboards. Zach, unfortunately, you would have to speak to some sort of time variance authority about that, and I don't think that exists. Anyway, let's get them gloves. Ah, that sandcastle is fine.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Reach into the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Heck yes. How many points do I have? I have 2 points available if I need them. That is a very good thing.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Unfortunately, I don't have the boots. Nice, Josh. For anybody who's concerned about what Josh just said and what I just said, there's actually like zero spoiler there. I literally just referenced something that comes up in the first episode. These gloves are +2 interfacing. These are +1 interfacing. So yeah. I'm gonna put on the fancy gloves.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
Decked out in future armor, like a cop ought to be.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
The problem is, I literally cannot get the full gear because the boots went with the guy, with the body, and I can't get that. It's just actually impossible at this point. But I do wish, if I ever do another playthrough, which will probably be off stream, because this is my second time streaming it, and I can't just stream Disco Elysium forever. I can't. I want to, but I can't. But if I ever play it again, I do want to try to get the full suit. This is the long sought after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it. I'm not going to choose that one because it's not himbo enough, but I like it. I just want to say, I want the full suit.
It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor. figure out its vulnerabilities.
Vulnerabilities, you say?
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
You know, Half-Life, sometimes you go a bit hard, but that's not bad advice. I'm actually going to grab that new thought if I can. Oh, this is going to take me 2 points. It's still worth it. Oh wait, thoughts don't take points. New slots take points, but I can internalize this without using all my points. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't leave even a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it? Shooting yourself? Let's see. Terrible, terrible idea. Thing in river? Rust-eaten letters read Mazout. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns the reeds. Hey, this time it's not my fault. You should come back here when it snows. A strange feeling. Passes quickly. You know, I didn't unlock quick travel on my previous playthrough at all. Which is unfortunate, because it's very useful. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Yeah, those plastic domes don't break easily. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. I can imagine why. Calls become terrible sometimes. Do they, Harry? Do they really? Let's try.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
I'm not. Pick up the handset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 0052403 155.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Oh no.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
That's worse, chat.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
No, I have nothing. Wait, who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
The woman moans and the phone lines howl in unison with her. No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
My god, this woman was a cab before her time.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 00551179112.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously?
Let me try.
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
That first option. Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
What are you, like 5?
A woman's voice shouts something in the background, and when Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed.
Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up.
This game is wonderful.
Disconnect tone.
Put in 10 cents and dial another random number. Third time's the charm.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Oh no. Oh no, chat. Could I? No. No. Oh. That would be an awful thing to do. And I'm not playing the complete horrible person route. But on a complete horrible person route, that's what you'd do. I think Himbo Cop would do number 4. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning.
I thought that would
All you
happen.
hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end. Disconnect tone.
Okay, Kim. Give me one last...
Calling.
I'm tired.
A man answers fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the back.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
What are you tired of?
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number.
What?
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens.
That's weird.
Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Dial a random number with your eyes closed, and weirdly, White Morning gives me a +1. That's kind of concerning.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up, and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
There's more?
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection.
Have good lurk, Chester. Also have good clean dishes.
An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away, a distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night.
This feels bad.
The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring.
I know I did something similar in my first playthrough, but I don't know if it's different because this game.
Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious spacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true.
Why is that pain threshold? That's so concerning.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Volition. It takes an impossible volition roll to hang up. Long windows. How do I know that?
You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
Let it call more.
Calling.
You could probably ask him to hang up for you.
Calling.
But I want to see where this is.
Calling. Calling. Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
He sounds sleepy. Oh. Her voice is so beautiful.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you. To make it possible to live.
Not all gifts are good things.
And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle.
Oh. Yeah, the more you discover about Harry's past, the more painful it is. Is someone there?
No answer. You're not sure, but you think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk. Oh, the last one's the most painful. I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Legendary endurance. I did not succeed. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world.
I'm in my rover, sleeping.
Where are you going in 2 hours?
To work.
Say nothing.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
Just gonna heal a bit of morale. My heart hurts. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
Is someone there with you?
Yes.
There's nothing more I can say.
Your hand isn't moving.
Oh
The
no.
headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness.
Oh no. Okay. I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man.
She does not answer anymore.
None of it matters. Not anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Of all the moments for that to happen. I've got to phone back. I have to.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted. Calling. Calling.
Let it call.
Calling. 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 It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Why?
Come on, you know why.
Hang up.
The headset lands in the cradle with a clank.
Well, that was miserable. Cool, who wants to play the fun murder mystery game? I'm sure that won't be an awful experience for everyone involved. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Oh, hello, man and child.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Turn away. But who is this man?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
Blonde man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn room. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
How does he know Kim?
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Sorry, Stitch. I mean, you'll still be able to play the game, but I don't know why Nintendo made the special edition, like, exclusive to their store, which just messed up the whole situation. You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
That sounds cool.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hands to his eyes to shield himself from the pattering rain. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
What's interesting, someone pointed out the last time I played this game, there have been hints of this building, the whole way through the game. This whole thing on your right that lets you interact and speak to people, You can see on its right, running up, is Feld Playback Device. This has been referenced the whole game, and you can easily miss it.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Which is what this was. A tape computer which would have been very different to the radio computers that in this world ended up becoming dominant, and would have been much more similar to the machines that ended up becoming our modern computers.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Frankly, who wouldn't?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
And to the engineers, the company people.
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
Declaration of war?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the
Mars
radio
Decree.
transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
It's interesting, actually.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Yes, he's a child.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to.
We just gonna gloss over that? We're just gonna gloss over the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center?
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center?
I'm glad someone picked it up.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
Okay. The Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Juiced? What are you talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Redefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Okay, so it's basically a Turing machine, as opposed to the radio computers, which seem to work very differently. Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Yeah, and as I said, all of this is happening on a Feld playback machine, which is weird. Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back, the boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind. Talk about something else.
What else?
I think I've got what I need from him.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Do you remember liking this guy? Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way from here. I'm actually going to head back across the river. There are 2 things I want to do there.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know,
Takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Okay, so his eyes are real bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Can you still shoot, though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
That's pretty solid.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Hell yeah, Kim. You remain the best. So yeah, I'm gonna head back into town. A couple of things I want to do. Oh. A little black swallow circles above you. Hear it chirp. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I have a point. And I need to. Because it's absurd. Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old wonder twins, Guy and Keith Joost, are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wumpty Domdy Dommiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you're not there? I cannot believe the game said Wumpty Domdy Dommiest. This game is very good. I know that's not new information, but it's very good. Oh, wait, more people to talk to? More money to pick up?
Hey, tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand. Himbos are kind.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Sir, I'm very confused.
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Reality, it makes me aggressively sad. That is a little bit too real for this game. But I'm gonna say it.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to know the nitty-gritty of reality. And it isn't good.
He looks at his buddies with mock appreciation.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world. Please! Please don't call. Don't call! Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Maybe?
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
You know what? You're right.
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead. I actually do want to hear.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords.
This happened before, I would
Tequila
assume.
Sunset rolled into Martinez
Yep.
last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
Seems on brand.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Yes, my life is an art piece.
Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
I guess.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
I know where this ends, and I don't like it.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally?
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Yeah, someone. Who could that have been?
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come!
Yep, this is all sounding very on-brand.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things."
Oh god. What happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
The muscles in your right leg tense up.
Oh, okay.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Naturally.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
You know what? That's actually fair. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and
Lord,
also
my morale.
whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Yeah, this is all very on-brand.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge?
Yep, gun,
You said
that's the
something
one.
about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Yep, also on brand.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
That's before I met Kim.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
No. No, I don't want Kim to feel sorry for me. I want Kim to be proud of me. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Also very on brand. I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Yes. Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
It depends on what you need.
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't want to give you any alcohol. I'm not an enabler.
In that case, I'm not a storyteller. You too, Tequila Sunset.
I have the booze. I might do it later.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Idiot Doom Spiral is sad, but I don't want to be the one enabling his alcoholism. Where is it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hardly.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Wait, what was that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
Fuck it, action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Hell yeah.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise. Sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I've got everyone on my hook.
Looks like you're on your own hook, too.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits.
Oh,
Good
Lord.
stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Hello, Chester. I hope your dishes are very clean.
I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
Oh, it's formaldehyde?
Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
That'll kill a man.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for £3 if you want it.
Now, I ain't gonna point it out. But it was 300 real. Which I can't afford.
Don't say
it. Yes, reaction speed. Of course I won't say it. I think it will prove useful. Yes.
£3 and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it.
Here's the money for the spirits.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
I'm not going to drink it. I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Don't call Abigail, grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who is Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
You may have some slight problems. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. It almost sounds like another word. That's the one, Chester. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. Get into there. I just want to check it out. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Was it me? Correct, Chester. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time.
Peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing, even.
What happened here?
In this yard?
Lieutenant looks at the small building. Flock of grey swallows takes off in the distance.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
So this part of the coast is a bloc obscur?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Maybe they left something useful behind?
Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
Okay, Kim, I'm sorry, I'm poor.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
They got several people to record that line of dialogue.
Stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Encyclopedia passives give plus 10 XP and plus 2 Royale. Oh, that's awful, because my encyclopedia is 0. And I also have minus 2 on suggestion, because I'm a pretentious wanker. Why is this game like this? Oh. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghost of us. Money. Money. Eventually, money. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. The tape I need! Oh, this tape is very important, because this tape lets me... This tape lets me do karaoke. It's the tape.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Somewhere, of course I'm going to. Press play on the tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to.
Oh, heck
This
yes.
one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Did I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version.
Oh, perfect.
It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Sorry, Chester. I took the brain cell for the day. You can have it back later. Thing? Thing. Oh, this is very exciting. Thing. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor line. +1 empathy, -1 logic. It seems like a good trade. I've already got almost no logic. But as maximum himbo, by being more empathetic, I can go beyond maximum. Fine, Chester. You can have the brain cell for now. I'm just gonna sing karaoke, so I don't really need a brain for that. Hello, Gart.
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
You're welcome, Gart.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Yes, the broken bird problem. It's solved.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
I feel like both of those solve the problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Okay, Kim. Kim, I understand, but I messed up and I wanted to fix it. Thank you, Toucans. Yes. In the philosophy classrooms of the world, those are the two major problems. Okay. Now, do I have anything reducing my drama? I do not. So it is time to put on my most dramatic clothes. I don't think I have any dramatic clothes. My insane mesh tank top is quite dramatic, apparently. Ooh. Ooh, my bow tie is very dramatic. Now, I'm not actually going to do it now, because I do know there's one more piece of clothing, which gives either a +1 or a +2 boost to drama. And I think if I can get +5 drama on top of my... what do I have? Okay, I've only got a 1 in drama, but now I've got a +3, so... like, it still won't be good, but I want to get it as good as possible. Because I know what happens when you don't succeed. But I want to know what happens when you do succeed. But so long, I'm going to go speak to Grace again. I think her name was Grace. Also, can I look at this now that I'm a pretentious art person?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
No. You know what? I've rolled a double 6 before.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Okay, so it didn't happen today.
Why
but it was
must
worth
we
trying.
Stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Kim. You're right, but also... No, I've got no follow-up.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
He pats her wet raincoat.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
No need, tell me something.
Of course.
I found my badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eye scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Yeah, I don't like you anymore, Joyce.
How bad can the info she has be?
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
I spoke with the lorry men at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
By the way, I talked to Everard Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally. Time to choose sides.
He is not a beautiful man. Nor is he a hero of anything. I do not swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. Good lord. These are all awful. But how did I like him? I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
No, Joyce, no. Because there is no gossiping with you. You've played me all along.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
He asked me to deliver an envelope. That's as vague as I'm going to get.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Nowhere. Let's change the topic.
Of course. To other matters you've discussed, perhaps?
No. No, I don't want to talk to you about Everard. Actually, I hate him, but I don't trust you.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
You know, I really thought you would be more helpful. That was a foolish thing to think. Hi, Cindy. You're back.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
I mean, it's the coal room. It doesn't mean you're a miner.
Have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
I really like Cindy, genuinely.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Cool. I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Actually, I'm very bad at that. Bye, Cindy. There was another thing I wanted to check out. The smoker on the balcony. Sometime after 9. Unfortunately, that's quite late for what I wanted to do. She did. Oh my god, pig taint. Buttspot. Buttspot, what have you done to me? Still need to find out about the lady driver. Buttspot has ruined me now and forever.
Make way for the master poet.
Man. I don't want to be mean to Tommy, but he's the only one who can tell me about the lady driver.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
Okay, nothing I can do with that at the moment. This lady isn't helpful.
The woman is still hunched over the railing.
Okay. No, but Summer said if I'm mean to Tommy... No, Stitch said, I think, if I'm mean to Tommy, that they'll never forgive me.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Which is valid. I don't want to hurt Tommy. He's one of the good ones. Yeah, I think it was Stitch who said that.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Tommy. Tommy, you gotta help me out, bro. What about the racist lorry driver?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Ooh, that's interesting. Let me see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, Hunt? For sure, I can demonstrate them.
He lifts up to show you his left foot, then the right, with the sole.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern. The wind howls over the Bay of Revachol, a cascade of cold air flowing through the city streets. Those same streets have left their share of scuff marks on the underside of your green snakeskin shoes.
Is that a map of Revachol?
It sure is.
Where did you get boots like?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
But why?
You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriots carry Revachol in their very souls.
I don't think that means what you think it means. I think it's a different spelling of souls. And,
Technically, you're stomping on Revachol every step you take.
Thank you, Kim.
Huh. I know you people don't understand poetry.
Damn it, I thought that would be helpful.
Right to work! Right to work!
No, you're not going to be helpful to me. What about you? Can I look at your shoes?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you now?
So I know what my real name is, but I get a +4 on trying to figure out my own name because I heard the story from Idiot Doom Spiral. It's very good, Chester. I think it's the reason that that clip stands out.
Your mind can only conjure up Hunk Handy, Fake Valdez, Bosco. You might want to decide to keep quiet about these.
Uncanny. Fucking Volde. Oh. It's Harry.
I hear you, and it's pleasure meeting you, Harry. But do keep an eye out for an alternative, all right?
Oh. Man, that didn't help me at all, but it made me laugh. Is it time? No. Before I'm mean to Tommy, it's much more important to sing karaoke.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing in that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Guard, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear it up sad style. This is my way of apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. It's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills, and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's alright. I have my own song with me. Oh god, you fool. You activated my trap card.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown, hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Too late, sir. Too late.
Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
So here's the thing. I want to wait until evening. Until there are more people here. I don't want to do it when there's no one here.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
So I'll just speak to Lena for a while. So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. a zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is that?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Oh, she does not sound pleased.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Tell me more about Moreau. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
I was thinking more height, hair color, build, things that I can use to spot him.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a
There we go.
larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
That's something I can work with. Thank you.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Oh, I like her. I already did, but I like her more now. How did the two of you meet?
By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
A cute story.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
You're right. I don't have time for insect facts right now. Let's talk about something else. No, screw that. I know Kim doesn't approve, but I'm a himbo, and I like this lady, and I want to hear about insects.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast.
That's interesting.
Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
There's a touch of
Like
awe
her.
in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
I mean, yes.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
There's a hint of defensiveness to her retort, but also confidence. She seems to sit up a little straighter in her chair.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
But shut your mouth about Kim. He's too precious for you to taint him like that. So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insular Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
So, is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes. It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Okay, what's so special about the stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
I want to convince her to tell me about cool cryptids.
There's really
And
no
I did.
point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Elena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them? I like that. That at the end of the day, it's not manipulation, it's just recognizing that she's passionate about a subject, and you don't need to do anything weird, apart from just say, please tell me.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Cryptid extravaganza? I like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Are there any invisible cryptids?
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
Shush, Kim. She's gonna tell me about the invisible cryptid. What is it?
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
What does it, sound like?
Like nothing. It's such a high-pitched sound that us humans can't hear it, nor can other animals. It could be ringing right outside your window and you wouldn't even know it. Could be anywhere. Everywhere, even.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
Could it be here, right now?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
I wonder if this is connected to something that happens later in the game, keeping it vague on purpose.
Maybe it's predatory.
What if it's predatory?
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also invisible?
What evidence is there of this animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds.
Just not eagerly.
The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding mating and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
This is such a cool idea.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Coldamamadaqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Oh.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mamadaqua they followed individually.
Why is the Mamadaqua so afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
Extinction?
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mamadaquas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
They amplify each other.
No, dear. They cancel each other out. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well,
oh no,
they wiped out most of the population.
That is awful.
Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth.
But genuinely, this is such a cool idea.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Coldamamadaqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
I'm glad you did, dear.
Interesting. What about
what?
No, I promised Kim only one. This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now. Time do more people pitch up. I thought it was 7 o'clock. Maybe it's 8 o'clock. I need everyone to be here when I sing. It's very important.
Was that? Could it be the Coldamamadaqua? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear.
Is it? Is there a ringing?
There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always?
Wait, Kim, do you hear a high-pitched noise?
No, I don't hear the Coldamamadaqua. And neither do you.
Okay, well, Mr. Smarty Pants.
He's deaf.
Listen closely first.
There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species.
Keep listening.
It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age.
Yo, physical instrument? I'm gonna need you to not move your head toward the sound.
Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets.
No, come back, please.
Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Oh no, this is too cool. What? This is very cool. Correct, Summer, but I am also a very unusual human, so... I have no brain, but very good hearing. Maybe I replaced all the space in my skull with more hearing space. That would explain it, maybe.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Well, that's not great. Look, Kim, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Okay, that didn't ruin anything. I did a quick save before this, so if any of these, like, completely, it gives me a big negative, I will quick load, because I don't want to have a massive negative against me. Put your lips against the microphone. Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Yep. I thought that might happen. Like I said, I'm gonna take a step back on this. But first, look around the room.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse, you're sweating. They are going to hate you.
Load game. I don't feel this counts as cheating because I didn't roll. Just gave myself an enormous negative for no good reason.
The stage is all set up for you.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Drama is intellect. Okay, chat. I need your powers. Please, boost my intellect. As high as you can take it. Because it's not good. My intellect is very not good. But it's a little bit better. 58% chance, knuckles cracked.
The air
No.
is thick with
Oh no.
anticipation.
Oh no.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sunshine. Now it once was larger.
No, Josh, stay.
May rest there. Down through the mist there. Towards the Seven Sisters. Towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there.
in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past year.
No.
But now you're all alone. None of this matters. And all.
Oh.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
I'm up here singing my heart out, and it's not good enough for you.
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of laughter, maybe. No one's saying anything.
Thank you, Saps.
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay?
You don't know what good singing is. This is real singing. I sang about real stuff.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
You press the stop on the tape carousel. You hear a little whine of feedback, and then the mic dies in your hand.
That's it. You're unpowered.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
Oh. Oh, Kim? My heart. Look at Kim. He appreciates it. Put down the mic. Kim, you wonderful, wonderful human being. Nobody deserves you. I certainly don't deserve you. What a wonderful performance. I think that's my favorite failure in the game. And the fact that that's even a thing that exists, favorite failure, I think says a lot about the quality of this game. Okay, I need a better shirt that isn't all about drama. I don't need more physical instrument at this point. I'm already pretty dang good at that. So I'm gonna get my logical shirt on. That's the thing, Josh. It's very rare for a game to make failing at something this enjoyable. I've never succeeded at this. Yeah, I wish I'd seen it. But it's such a good experience when you don't do it right that, I don't know, it's impressive that they achieved that. Who knows, Trom? It might even have been. I don't like this jacket because it covers up the fact that I'm pantsless. That one's better. Oh, look at me. I look like a dapper gentleman in his dapper evening gear, only without pants. Thank you, Josh. How do shoes make me better at perception? I don't know, but I'm gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear my very perceptive shoes. Is there a bench somewhere around here where I can just sit and pass the time for a while? There is. So I want to go speak to the guy at 9 p.m.
The bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Oh. I thought I could pass time. I can't do that with Kim here? Incredible. Okay. Maybe I can phone my precinct and at least tell them I got the badge.
A pull-out toolbox and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
That makes sense, Josh. Run your fingers over one of the steering.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
Do I know how to operate this machine?
You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does it mean I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it.
Release the clutch and squeeze it again.
Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
Oh no, I'm gonna crash Kim's car. How are you, my friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering, I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
That's because Kim's the best. Where have you been? Oh.
At the bottom of the sea.
Oh? Why did that hurt my morale? Because I was thinking of my car? What?
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? A dark feeling. This is going wrong. Let go of the clutch.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the small blue sector, indicating the engine is cold. Next to the gauge is a red switch, labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
That's fine, Kim. I was just curious. What are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow through with this because last time it nearly killed me. Manchester. Should Sunday just be my day for like slower, more story-oriented games, even after this one? Because that's not a bad idea for a theme. Look around the cabin again.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Oh, Chester, that's such a good idea. Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Alice, this is Firewalker. Reconnect me to the 41st.
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Firewalker. Over.
I'm happy to report that I have found my badge.
10-4, sir. Glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer?
Electrochemistry, I really need you to slow down. That's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
I want to speak to Sylvia again.
57, how may I assist you?
Please connect me to Sylvia again.
Just a second, officer.
Stream's not ending quite yet, Summer. Chester was just proposing the idea of Sundays basically being for kind of cozier, more story-driven games, which is a very good idea.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hey, Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Wait, I've already asked this one. But this is testing class your story. So was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
I'm not gonna ask her to grab a cup of coffee with me, because that's an awful idea. I think I got everything I need, thank you.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
It's a great idea, Chester, because Sunday was also when I did Night in the Woods. I have To the Moon, I believe. I haven't played it. I've seen a playthrough, but I'd be happy to play it.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
I want to pass time until I can speak to Mr. Mann. That's
see
difficult
a set
to
of
do.
tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Reconstruct the movement. Low chance, but worth trying.
No.
Nope.
These tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Hi, Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Hello, Elvie. I can try to improve my empathy later, but first, do I have anything that's making my empathy worse, or can I get anything to make it better? Because I do want to figure out his deal. Nothing's making my empathy worse, but nothing's making it better either. Which is definitely worth looking at. But no, it doesn't look like I have got an empathy jacket. Which does slightly cover my pantsless form, but temporarily I think it's worth it. And empathy glasses. Very exciting. +2 empathy? That gives me a non-zero chance of succeeding.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
$72, that's pretty good shot.
It's not Kuno.
Hey!
It's Kuno S.
Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad.
Yeah, Trum, he is, but from my previous playthrough I can tell you that it's largely a coping mechanism, and we might find out now.
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. And then there's the fact that she's a girl and appears to be a little younger, certainly smaller, and yet Kuno is afraid of her. What's up with that, Kuno?
Certainly good questions.
All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with them alone.
Act on it, try and separate them. Kuno, psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about? If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
Yeah. She slightly pushed him too far there by trying to control even that.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
It is slang for killing someone, Trom. So to smoke someone is to kill them. I believe it's a mafia term originally, but it is used in certain contexts. What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Probably something like that, Summer, yeah. You serious about this killing business? I don't need to ask, I know. What if she has, Kuno? That would explain things.
Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now. This dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops has she killed? I'm taking him at face value. I'm taking him sincerely because I don't want to treat him like he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's clear that at the very least he believes it.
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes on the back of his head and stops.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
You can be disappointed in that, Trom.
Fear.
You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Snuff radio here being an analog to snuff films in which people actually were killed. There's a certain legendary aspect. I don't know if any snuff films actually happened, but the same concept. What's that language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the Song of Air People or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
Little one twists her neck, looking at the building. Yes. Exactly the same kind of slang, Trom.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
That hallway there, with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Drama, thank you, but also... That's so much. How are you dealing with all of this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup. I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You
Hello,
understand?
dude. The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils trying to focus.
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
I can respect that.
All right, now we can do business.
You are the Duke of all taints.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah, what do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He stops, no longer whispering.
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
Yeah, he's more scared than anything.
Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
Okay. But now I really need to see my pig in, like, fishnet stockings. Because the phrase pig hooker has really sold me on that.
That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
I really need more money to commission people. What is that about running you an errand in illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In
Yes,
there
I
is
assume
Kuno's
so.
violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who is your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Okay, Google. You know what? Not what I was expecting, but that is definitely a pig hooker, so I'm fine with it. How much material are we talking
Like
about?
half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
I've made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
I believe it is, Summer. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
Yeah, you're standing in the yard behind it. Of course you know.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
Come on, Kim. Whisper. Obviously, I'm not going to take it. We need to get drugs away from a mine.
Okay, then.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay. That went relatively well. And importantly, I did not lie to Kim. That's genuinely my intention. I have literally zero interest in this playthrough of getting the drugs. I'd like to do a playthrough as a bad cop, but that's not today. Himbos may not be the most competent cops, but they're also not bad cops. If you see what I mean.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Uno, father of Kuno? I guess? Most violent man. I've got my truth stick.
Your heartbeat quickens, palms go sweaty. The siren of amphetamine is singing you her song.
Summer, thank you so much for the $23.13, which brings us up to Elite. That's incredibly kind of you, Summer. It's incredibly generous. Oh heck, it is in USD. It is? I didn't set it to be. Oh well. It's still incredibly kind, and it brings us up to... Oh no, it brings us up to... I don't know, I thought it was a funny number, but now I'm not sure it is. But you do not need to donate more money, Summer. I appreciate funny numbers, but also... This is just incredibly kind, and anything helps in this case. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
I need the chain cutters for the chain. Chester, stop. Nerf, that's so good. So it's a very good poll. And Nerf is just pouring points into it. As far as I can tell.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Dorota.
Summer, thank you for the dudes. Use the cutters on the chain.
Snip.
A pig!
The cutter
So
goes
cute.
through them like dead leaves.
Also you.
Links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Tim, you make it sound like I'm a bad cop. I have a truth stick. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm well aware, Chester. I'm well aware. Oh. That was less violent than I was expecting. Kuno Durator is the name on unfinished homework. Kuuno, not Cuno. It's from 2 years ago?
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
With the straw? Good lord. Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on this table.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room.
Take the speed from the
Pocket
table.
the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Don't wait. Celebrate. Blast that shit right here. Take inventory of it once this boring table shit is done.
Sir, no.
Blast it before you face the beast. Deruita. You're going to need the encouragement.
He is asleep. And he is very asleep. Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture. Don't like that. The air stinks with something sour.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes. Slowly reach out your hand.
Something underneath there is breathing. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die.
Half-Light, he's asleep.
It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
You know what? You're completely correct, Chester. There's so much in that one sentence. Keep extending your hand towards the pile.
Your hand touches a greasy duvet, covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it.
There's something about the phrase greasy duvet that I really dislike. Pull the blanket up.
You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Is this thing even alive?
I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
He points to a fleshy lump sticking out from the other end of the blanket. The limb seems to be twitching.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
Figure out what he's trying to say.
The man groans once again. But his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something.
Love me a fleshy lump on a Sunday afternoon.
And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs.
You're awake. He's awake.
His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
At least he got to say his piece.
Is this Kuno's father we're seeing?
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here, just not what you thought.
I was expecting something worse.
I think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
Fair.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man, but he is in there and not enjoying himself.
Hold on, what happened to his eyes?
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight.
He's gonna sleep it off. I know this shit. Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth along with the strong stench of alcohol.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
Maybe we should help him somehow?
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Poor guy.
We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The lieutenant stops.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
That was certainly a thing.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it.
That seems like
because
a strategy.
The armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
+2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in that armor. That's nice. I also now have another point, which, yes, I'm going to spend on another thought, because I want to find the self-replicating sound. Yes, I could use it to improve my skills and have a better time in the game, but I can also hunt down cryptids, which sounds much more exciting. Okay, I'm going to end stream soon, but just before I do, I want to save.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room is stale.
And I want to tell him that I stole his amphetamine.
Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body. He wouldn't be too thrilled to learn you stole his stash. It was the last thing keeping him functional.
Okay, I thought that might wake him up. I can steal his pants. Chat, this is good news. Pants.
Master Investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
The Jamrock Shuffle, another thing I can potentially do. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets, maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensils, trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippine kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day. Wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orbe de Montagne? Okay, I don't have enough for this. Do you think if I got this, it would make it easier to open that container in the shipping yard that I have to convince using... which one was it? I think it was rhetoric that I had to try to use to convince the... to convince the container to open. A thing which makes no sense and is nonetheless very hilarious. This is not where I wanted to be. But oh well. Hi, Cindy. Do you have anything else to say now that we're up here?
Hello again, officer.
You do not. Nothing up here, which really weirds me out. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing up in the next few minutes, and it's not yet 9 o'clock. Do I have anything I can use to pass the time? I forget. I don't think so. Wait, did I ever read the handwritten note from the fridge?
With a blue pencil on a piece of lined off.
Yeah, that's good, Summer. This is one of those time passing things.
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name, but like the structure. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Okay, so this isn't a time-passing item, as I expected. Heck.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period.
Oh, I've got to improve my logic.
In the addendum.
Heck. Chat, why didn't I spend any of those points improving my logic? Yeah, but I didn't buy the Barbarian book, I don't think. I think any book from the bookstore does. Yes, my logic is literally as low as it could possibly be, but I'm also spending all of my time getting new thoughts. Heck. Anyway, that is where I am going to end stream. This was a lot of fun. It always is. Thanks, Butspot. Really appreciate that. But yeah, as I said, this was a ton of fun. let's see who we can raid. I do have a thought, but we'll see if they're still live. Or if someone else catches my eye. Actually, this is someone I follow on Twitter, and I follow them on Twitch, but I've never actually seen them live due to some weird time differences. They're called Lolotov Cocktail, and they are a Molotov Cocktail VTuber, which is a very odd choice, but they're doing a charity stream, so I'd like to rate them for the first time. They are NB, so I just want to see if I can find their pronouns anywhere. I'm not seeing that, so I'm just going to assume they, given that they are NB. But yeah, please be nice. I know you will. But since there's somebody new, we need a good raid message. Does anybody have any suggestions for a good raid message from today? Maybe something like the single phrase "pig hooker." No, that's an awful thing. We're gonna go with something simple, nice and straightforward. Isn't an awful thing to have dropped into your chat if you're not looking for it. And hopefully just a fun time for them. They're also playing Unpacking, if that matters. But yeah, this was fun. I will be streaming again on Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern Time, continuing with Xenoblade Chronicles. Disco Elysium returns next week, Sunday, at around 2:30 Eastern Time as well. This was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. Thanks for keeping me company, and I will see you all around in the future. Have a good one, everyone. Ciao.